Thank you very much, Dr. Eka. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here today. In this opportunity, I will share about one of the most well-known foods on the dairy product, yogurt. As mentioned in the title, after this workshop ends, I hope all of you will say yes to yogurt. Well, we know that yogurt is a dairy product and has been a part of the human diet for several thousands of years. But before we go into how it's more, let's look at the history of yogurt. The earliest known records of yogurt date back to about 2000 BC in Turkey. Yogurt is also spelled as yogurt or yogurt. It's believed that the name yogurt comes from Turkish word yoğurmak, which means to thicken or coagulate. Yogurt production was not commercialized until 1919. At that time, due to the lack of technology and storage sources, milk spoiled easily. It was so difficult to preserve for a long time. So making yogurt was only the option to preserve milk from spoilage, other than drying it. I'm sure all of you know that yogurt is made from milk. Bovine milk is most commonly used, but milk from water buffalo, goats, ewes, mares, and camels is also used in various parts of the world. But did you know that bacteria are also a key ingredient? Yes, bacteria. But don't worry, these are good bacteria. Our gut has thousands of types of bacteria happily living inside, whose job it is to aid digestion. Yogurt is thought to be a good vehicle to bring more of these good bacteria in. So, what's the deal with yogurt? How does yogurt work? Specifically, there are something that I want to share before we move to practice in making yogurt in the next video. What is yogurt? How does the bacteria work? What makes yogurt sour? What makes it different nutritionally than just drinking a glass of milk? And when is yogurt bad for you? So, based on Codex, yogurt is defined as a category of fermented milk product characterized by two specific starter cultures used for its fermentation: Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. These two bacteria in yogurt have a mutually stimulating effect on one another. Proteolytic enzymes from Lactobacillus bulgaricus break down milk proteins into peptides. These peptides stimulate the growth of Streptococcus thermophilus. Streptococcus thermophilus can rapidly convert lactose into lactic acid, which causes a rapid reduction in pH from about 6 down to about 4. The lactic acid coagulates the remaining milk proteins, causing the yogurt to thicken. Why does yogurt taste sour? Yogurt becomes sour during the process of fermentation, which is the way that bacteria makes energy. During fermentation, sugars are broken down into smaller molecules called fermentation products. The main sugar present in milk is lactose. First, lactose is a disaccharide, meaning the two simple sugars link together. The enzyme lactase splits lactose into glucose and galactose. Simple sugars are imported into the cell where they enter the metabolic pathway of glycolysis. More enzymes work to split the carbon glucose or galactose molecules into carbon lactic acid molecules. This product compression produces energy, which the cell uses to grow. So, lactic acid is the waste product of glycolysis. The acid is what we taste as sour, and it is the main ingredient that makes yogurt yogurt. Why does yogurt solid? The acid produced by fermentations is also indirectly responsible. Milk contains protein, long chains of amino acids folded together into tight balls. The acid in the yogurt disrupts the hydrogen bonds and hydrophobic interactions that keep the protein folded. As a result, the proteins become denatured. They lose their precise structure and become disorganized, tangled chains of amino acids. These denatured proteins scramble together like old spaghetti to make a gel, which creates the semi-solid texture of yogurt. All waste products from fermentation process give yogurt its unique flavor and nutritional value. For as long as yogurt has been documented, it has been linked to health. There's a lot of evidence to support that fact that yogurt is healthy. It's rich in calcium, protein, vitamins such as B6 and B12, minerals, and also conjugated linoleic acid. A single cup of yogurt has 50% of the calcium you need in a day to help build stronger bones and teeth. For the elderly who are at risk of osteoporosis, a cup of yogurt daily after lunch is a healthy option. Protein helps to build and repair muscles. Vitamins and minerals are essential for body functioning. Conjugated linoleic acid stimulates immune system, which is very important in this pandemic. So that's why we better eat yogurt instead of just drinking milk. If we compare, yogurt has live bacteria that are absent from regular milk. Yogurt also higher in protein and has more calcium than milk. Yogurt also can be consumed by the people who has lactose intolerant. And a recent study that was conducted on people consuming yogurt proved that if you replace an unhealthy snack in a day with yogurt, it will help you cut down calories. This also helps burn belly fat. That's a bonus. Of course, now you can buy yogurt everywhere. Making your own isn't necessary, but it's still fun. But when you buy from the market, be aware. Yogurt is often marketed as a healthy food. However, not all yogurt are healthful. The sugar and flavoring added to many yogurts can make them more like junk food. There are many kinds of yogurt to choose. So please make sure you make the best choice for your health, forgetting those live cultures. Your container of yogurt should say live and active culture somewhere in the package. While there are many types and flavors of milk yogurt available in grocery stores, making your own yogurt is simple. All you need to have is just milk, yogurt culture, and warm place to grow. Milk can be degraded by its fat content. For example, whole milk is non-fat removed. Low-fat milk is half fat removed, while skim milk, almost all fat removed. So we can use any type of milk depend on what type of yogurt we want to eat. Is it whole milk yogurt or low-fat yogurt or skim milk yogurt? It's up to you. And the important thing that we need is a plain yogurt as starter cultures. Finally, this is step-by-step in homemade yogurt process. So, our first step is making pasteurized milk by heating at 80 until 95 degrees Celsius for several minutes. Not only kill any mystery microbes that might be hanging around, but it also starts evaporating some of the water, which helps thicken the milk. The high temperatures start to denature some of the whey proteins inside called beta-lactoglobulin, which change their shape. These unfolded protein structures then start interacting with other cluster of proteins called casein. And these interactions is key to clumping the protein milk just enough to make yogurt. Second, cool down the milk a little bit. Cooling is required in order to provide ideal growth temperature for thermophilic bacteria in starter culture. Third, inoculate with starter culture containing Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus, which is important for initiation fermentation process. Bacteria consumes the lactose sugar in the milk and produce lactic acid through a process called fermentation. The number of starter culture added into the cooled milk is about 5% of the total milk. For example, if you make from 1 liter of milk, the starter should be 5 milliliter. Fourth, incubate in room temperature if you are in Indonesia. But if you are in Japan, be careful, we have 4 seasons here. Incubation takes 8 until 12 hours at 32 degrees Celsius to reach the set point of natural yogurt. The milk is incubated until its pH reach around 4. When the bacteria ferment the milk and make it acidic enough, the structure of those casein proteins start to change. The proteins from a new mixed mesh-like structure that creates a thick, creamy texture. Plus, all the lactic acids give your yogurt its characteristic tangy flavor. Fifth, cool. The yogurt is cooled to 4 degrees Celsius in the refrigerator. Cooling is necessary to stop fermentation process. Do not forget to keep a little amount of yogurt you made as a starter culture for the next batch. So you don't need to buy a starter culture anymore. 6, you can add other things to your yogurt, like a little bit of sugars, colors, or even fresh fruits and flavor. Finally, you already produce your own yogurt. It's just so simple, isn't it? Now, regarding to our program title, Dairy Cartel Business, I think it's not impossible to have an idea of yogurt production for small and medium business. We will take a look in saving and eco-sustainability of homemade yogurt. Think of it this way. For example, as I live in Japan, a liter of pasteurized milk at the market goes for 200 yen. Each liter of milk can produce 4 bottles of 250 milliliter yogurt, which currently retail at 150 yen per each. So a liter of milk is converted to yogurt, and marketing the right way can give as much as 600 yen, which is equivalent to 300 value addition. Wow, does that awaken your business curiosity? Well, if it doesn't, you probably are not an entrepreneur. But it's okay. You still can save your money by making it yourself instead of buying in the market. So next time you open a cup of yogurt for breakfast, don't forget to thank the bacterial friends you are eating for making that yogurt delicious. So thank to them. And thank you for watching this presentation brought to you by WUACD Universitas Airlangga, who are the ones we should really thank, even more than our yogurt bacteria, because they make this program possible. See you on the next video. Thank you.